Hi guys. Doing this little video here. I'm a little cheesed off, alright? Well, I'm a lot cheesed off. I use this program called Mistro so that I can drive for both Uber and Lyft. But Mistro allows you to customize the rides that you're going to accept from the various ride shares. And because of the really low rates that Uber pays and the long drive times to pick up a passenger, I chose only to accept XL drives. I have the vehicle for an XL, and so I chose not to accept any X or pool drives. I don't have any problem with Lyft. Lyft pays a little bit better, it seems, and the passengers seem to pay more tips, and tips are important. Okay, Uber drivers or Uber passengers for some reason have this in their mind that this is a one great big free trip, and so I said the only way I'm going to accept a trip from Uber was to an XL. So today I'm down by Gwinnett Medical Center. Had just dropped off a couple, real nice couple from Gambia or something like that, and gave me a nice tip. The phone chimes, okay, and I get an XL notification from Uber. Do I want to accept the trip? Okay, and I said it was like a 6-minute drive to go by and pick it up. And I said, yeah, sure, XL, no sweat, okay? So it was right around the corner, so I accepted the trip, and I drove over and picked up the guy who was I never did get his name. It was probably on the app, but it was some guy who just sold his Beamer. He's heading back to China. He's a Chinese national. And I guess his work visa had expired. He's going back to China next week. Anyway, so I drive him home, and traffic this time of day is an absolute booger-bear. But we had a good conversation on the way back to his house, or actually we dropped him off at another business, Chase Manhattan Bank, so he could deposit the check from the sale of his Beamer. And then I immediately got another call on Uber, and this time it was an X. And I said, well, I was only like a minute and a half away. I thought, okay, I'll go ahead and do this, okay? So I went ahead and accepted the X. All right, I went over and picked the person up, and we sat in traffic for the next 15, 20 minutes for about a 5-mile trip, okay? And I made the grand whopping total of $3 and some change, for half an hour out of my life, anyway, the bottom line is I go over and the reason for this video, okay, which I probably go long-winded, is I went to the earnings section of the Uber just to see what I got paid from the XL drive. I didn't know. And I looked on there and it said Uber X. The guy, it was funny, the guy who I sat in traffic for 5 miles actually gave me a $3 tip. I was flabbergasted. However, the XL trip now read X. Okay, and I've contacted Uber, and it's like, no, it was never an XL. It was an X. I said, but your screen said XL, and I have it set up as XL through Mistro. Okay, it would never have shown up had it not been an XL to start with. Okay. And Uber's position is like, well, golly gee whiz, too effing bad. So, word to the wise, okay? You may think you're getting filtered, but I think Uber is in an attempt to get people to pick up their passengers, is playing with the classifications. It's going to be what I conservatively coined as a cold day in hell before I do this again, especially with Uber. Lyft I got no problem with, but Uber, I guess I got to let me delete an application. I don't want to if I get an XL, but I'm not about to get lied to either, okay? I don't lie to people, and I don't expect anybody to lie to me, and I get really kind of ill when that happens. So I just want to kind of, I'm going to post this on YouTube. Feel free to comment as you want to. If something happened that I didn't see, and you're familiar with this, and you can point something out to me, then I welcome your comments. That's it. Right on.